Hi, good morning, Sir Wibawanto. Today, I would like to give a discussion about economic politics in America Zone. My name is Samuel from International Relations 2020 with my ID of 01043200062. But before we start the discussion, it is important to understand the correlation between economic politics and national security in a country. Economic politics and national security are intricately linked. A country's economic policies can have a significant impact on its national security, and conversely, its national security concerns can influence its economic policies. On the one hand, a country's economic strength and stability are essential for its national security. A strong and growing economy can generate jobs, create wealth, and provide a solid foundation for a country's defense capabilities. For example, a healthy economy can allow a country to invest in research and development, acquire advanced technologies, and build up its military capabilities. On the other hand, national security concerns can drive a country's economic policies. For instance, a country may impose economic sanctions on another country in response to perceived security threats. Such sanctions can restrict trade and investment flows, affecting both countries' economies. Moreover, economic interdependence between countries can also have security implications. For example, a country's reliance on imports of essential goods and services from other countries can create vulnerabilities that could be exploited by hostile actors. Similarly, foreign ownership of strategic industries such as energy or telecommunications could pose a threat to a country's national security if those foreign entities are subject to the influence control of unfriendly governments. The economic politics of the Americas refers to the various policies and systems that countries in North, Central, and South America implement to manage their economies. These policies can vary widely depending on the political ideology of a country's government, its economic goals, and its unique challenges. Now, to discuss about the key determining factors like the political, economic, and legal factors and purpose of political economy as measured by conventional and more recent political economic development indicators, we can see that political economy is an interdisciplinary field of study that combines political science, economics, and other social sciences to examine how political institutions, policies, and processes interact with economic outcomes and vice versa. It seeks to understand the ways in which politics and economics shape each other and how these dynamics affect social and economic development. The essence of political economy lies in its focus on the interplay between politics and economics. It seeks to understand how political and economic factors interact to shape society and how institutions and policies can be designed to achieve desired outcomes. So there are several key determining factors in political economy, including political institutions, economic structures, and legal frameworks. Political factors such as government policies, power relations, and social movements can shape economy's outcomes, while economic factors such as market structures, resource endowments, and technological advancements can affect political processes. Legal frameworks, including property rights, contract law, and regulatory frameworks, can also play a critical role in shaping political and economic outcomes. The purpose of political economy is to understand the complex interplay between political and economic factors, and to use this knowledge to inform policy decisions that promote social and economic development. Conventional political economic development indicators such as GDP per capita, poverty rates, and income inequality have traditionally focused on economic outcomes. More recent, political economic development indicators, however, have taken a more comprehensive approach incorporating measures of political stability, democracy, and human rights, as well as environmental sustainability and gender equality. These indicators seek to capture the full range of factors that shape social and economic development and to provide policymakers with a more nuanced understanding of the challenges and opportunities they face. Now, talking about the following dimensions with factors of production in the economy, and then like access to raw materials, industry trade, and financial pool, political power, leadership, and public policy. So there are several correlational and causal mechanisms between the dimensions of vectors of production in the economy, access to raw materials, industry trade, and financial pools, and political power, leadership, and public policy. One correlational mechanism is that the availability and accessibility of factors of production, including land, labor, and capital, can affect a country's ability to access raw materials. So, like, develop industries and participate in global trade. For example, a country with abundant natural resources but a poorly educated workforce may struggle to develop industries that can extract and process those resources effectively. Similarly, a country with limited financial capital may struggle to invest in industries that require significant upfront investment. Another correlational mechanism is that access to raw materials, industry, trade, and financial pools can affect a country's political power and influence. Countries with valuable natural resources or strong industries may be able to leverage their economic clout to influence global trade negotiations or foreign policy decisions. Conversely, countries that are heavily dependent on imports or vulnerable to external economic shocks may have less political power and influence. So, the 3D theory of defense, development, and diplomacy provides a framework for understanding the causal mechanisms between political power and economic development. According to this theory, a country's defense, domestic, and foreign policies are interconnected and can affect its ability to develop economically. For example, a country that invests heavily in its military and security apparatus may divert resources away from investments in education, infrastructure, and other factors of production. Conversely, a country that prioritizes development policies such as investment in education and healthcare may be better positioned to build a strong and diversified economy that can support long-term growth. Finally, a country that engages in effective diplomacy and international cooperation may be able to access global markets, trade, and financial pools, which can stimulate economic growth and development. Now, we're going to explain or discuss about the position and role of international economics and businesses in the political economy. International economics and business play a significant role in the political economy by shaping the relationships between countries and influencing the distribution of wealth and resources. Now, international trade, for example, is a key mechanism for countries to exchange goods and services and is an important driver of economic growth and development. By opening up new markets and facilitating the exchange of goods and services, international trade can create new opportunities for businesses and workers and promote innovation and technological advancement. Foreign direct investment, or FDI, is another important component of international economic and business, which involves companies investing in foreign countries by establishing subsidiaries, joint ventures, or acquiring ownership stakes in local companies. FDI can bring significant benefits to both the host country and the investing company, including access to new markets, technologies, and resources. However, it can also raise concerns about sovereignty, national security, and labor standards, and can lead to the exploitation of workers and the environment if not adequately regulated. So overall, the international economics and business play a crucial role in shaping the political economy by influencing the distribution of wealth and resources, shaping the relationships between countries and creating new opportunities for businesses and workers to ensure that these benefits are shared equitably and that the risks are managed effectively. Policymakers need to carefully consider the potential consequences of international trade, FDI, and develop effective regulations and governance structures to mitigate potential negative impacts. About the regional security complex theory, RSCT, and international security theory and their application in understanding, explaining, and predicting the political economic state of the affairs in the American region is gonna be a very complicated discussion because RSCT is a framework in international relations that explains how security issues within a particular geographic region are interconnected and affect the overall security environment. According to this theory, regions are defined by shared security concerns, patterns of interactions, and geopolitical structures, which shape the behavior of states within the region. International security theory, on the other hand, is a broader framework that seeks to explain the causes of war, conflict, and instability at the global level. This theory considers the role of international institutions, norms, and power structures in shaping the security environment, and emphasizes the importance of cooperation, diplomacy, and collective action in promoting peace and stability. Similarly, international security theory can help to identify the underlying causes of conflict and instability in a region and to identify potential solutions to these problems. For example, this theory may highlight the importance of cooperation between states, regional institutions, and international organizations in promoting economic development, reducing inequality, and addressing security challenges such as terrorism, cyber threats, and climate change. So overall, the RSCT and international security theory provide valuable frameworks for understanding the political economy state of affairs in the American region and for developing effective strategies to promote peace, stability, and economic development in the region. By emphasizing the importance of regional cooperation, collective action, and diplomacy, these frameworks offer a way forward for addressing the complex security challenges facing the region and the world. So after a long discussion, a long explanation about the American region in their own perspective, in their own definition, in their own measurable, now I am gonna explain about 8 countries in American region and the causal relationship with the American region and the world. The first one is the USA. The United States of America is one of the most powerful, influential countries in the world, and its policies and actions have a significant impact on the American region and the rest of the world. The US has historically played a dominant role in shaping a political and economic landscape of the region, and its policies and actions have often been a source of controversy and conflict. The relationship between the US and the American region is complex and multifaceted. On one hand, the US has been a major source of economic and political support for many countries in the region and has played a key role in promoting democracy, human rights, and economic development. However, the US has also been criticized for supporting authoritarian regimes, intervening in the internal affairs of other countries, and pursuing policies that prioritize its own interests over those of the region. But the causal relationship between the US and the American region and the world is complex and multidirectional. On one hand, the US has the ability to shape the political and economic landscape of the region and the world through its policies, actions, and relationship with other countries. However, the US is also influenced by actions and policies of other countries, and its own internal dynamics and domestic politics can also have a significant impact on the rest of the world. Overall, the relationship between the US and the American region and the rest of the world is characterized by a complex interplay of power, interests, and values. While the US has the ability to shape the global order, it is also subject to the influence of other actors and must navigate a complex and changing geopolitical landscape in order to promote its own interests and values while also contributing to global peace, security, and prosperity. Next, we're going to Canada. Canada is a North American country that has a strong economic, political, and cultural ties with both the American region and the rest of the world. As a G7 member, Canada is one of the world's wealthiest and most developed countries, and its policies and actions have a significant impact on the global political and economic landscape. In terms of its relationship with the American region, Canada shares a long border with the United States and is a key trading partner and ally of the US. The two countries have a complex and multifaceted relationship, characterized by close economic ties, cooperation on security and defense issues, and disagreement on various policy issues such as trade and immigration. Canada is also a member of various regional organizations such as the North American Free Trade Agreement, or NAFTA, and the Organization of American States, or OAS, which play a key role in shaping the political and economic landscape of the region. So the causal relationship between Canada and the American region and the world is complex and multidirectional. Canada is influenced by the actions and policies of other countries and must navigate a complex and changing geopolitical landscape in order to promote its own interests and values while contributing to global peace, security, and prosperity. At the same time, Canada's own policies and action also have a significant impact on the American region and the rest of the world, particularly in areas such as trade, diplomacy, and security cooperation. Next, we're going to Mexico. Mexico is a North American country that has a unique and complex relationship with both the American region and the rest of the world. As a rapidly developing country with a large and growing population, Mexico's policies and actions have a significant impact on regional and global politics and economics. In terms of its relationship with the American region, Mexico is a key trading partner and ally of the United States and Canada. The three countries are linked by the North America Free Trade Agreement, which has created a powerful economic bloc that accounts for a significant share of global trade and investment. Mexico is also a member of various regional organizations such as the Organization of American States and the Community of Latin America and the Caribbean States, which play a key role in shaping the political and economic landscape of the region. So the causal relationship between Mexico and the American region and the world is complex and multidirectional. Mexico is influenced by the actions and policies of other countries, particularly like the United States, and must navigate a complex and changing geopolitical landscape in order to promote its own interests and values while contributing to regional and global peace, security, and prosperity. At the same time, Mexico's own policies and action also have a significant impact on the American region and the rest of the world, particularly in areas such as trade, diplomacy, and migration. Next, we're going to Venezuela. So Venezuela is a South American country with a significant impact on the American region and the world due to its large oil reserves and political ideology. In terms of its relationship with the American region, Venezuela has traditionally pursued a policy of promoting leftish of political ideology and regional integration through organizations such as the Bolivarian Alliance of the Peoples of Our America and the Union of South American Nations. However, its close relationship with countries such as Cuba and Nicaragua, as well as its anti-US rhetoric, has led to tensions with the United States and other countries in the region. The causal relationship between Venezuela and the American region and the world is complex and multidirectional. Venezuela's policies and actions, particularly in relation to its oil industry and political ideology, have a significant impact on regional and global politics and economics. Its economic policies, which have included nationalization of industries and strict currency controls, have contributed to hyperinflation and economic instability. Next, we're going to Cuba. Cuba is a Caribbean island nation that has had a significant impact on the American region, on the world due to its socialist political system and its historical relationship with the United States. Cuba's unique political and economic system, as well as its strategic location in the Caribbean, have given it an important role in regional and global politics. The causal relationship between Cuba and the American region and the world is complex and multidirectional. So Cuba's political and economic policies have contributed to its unique relationship with the United States and other countries in the region. The U.S. trade embargo has had a significant impact on Cuba's economy, while Cuba's socialist policies have been both praised and criticized by various countries and organizations. Next, we're going to Colombia. Colombia is a South American country that has a significant impact on the American region and the world due to its strategic location, natural resources, and complex history of political violence and drug trafficking. Colombia's relationship with the American region and the world is characterized by a complex interplay of political, economic, and social factors. So the causal relationship between Colombia and the American region and the world is complex and multidirectional. Colombia's internal conflict and drug trafficking have had a significant regional and global implications, contributing to the stabilization of neighboring countries and rise of international drug cartels. At the same time, Colombia's efforts to promote peace and economic development have the potential to benefit the region and the world as a whole. Next, we're going to Brazil. Brazil is the largest country in South America and one of the most influential countries in the American region and the world. Brazil's relationship with the American region and the world is characterized by a complex interplay of political, economic, and social factors. At the global level, Brazil has sought to assert itself as a major player in international affairs. Brazil is a member of various international organizations, including the United Nations, the World Trade Organization, and the Group of 20 or G20. Brazil has also been actively involved in promoting global governance reforms, including advocating for a more equitable distribution of power within international organizations. So the causal relationship between Brazil and the American region and the world is complex and multidirectional. Brazil's economic and political power has had a significant regional and global implications, influencing the economic and political landscape of the region and beyond. Brazil's role in promoting regional and global governance reform has the potential to benefit the region and the world as a whole. Next, we're going to explain about Bolivia. So this is our last country to explain. So Bolivia is a landlocked country in South America that has had a complex relationship with the American region and the world. Bolivia's relationship with the American region is influenced by its location in the Andean region, which has historically been a center of indigenous cultures and movements. Bolivia's relationship with the world is heavily influenced by its vast natural resources, including natural gas, minerals, and lithium. Bolivia has been actively seeking to promote its economic development through the exploitation of these resources and has sought to increase its global influence by building partnership with other countries and organizations. At a global level, Bolivia has sought to promote its economic interests by building partnerships with countries such as China and Russia. Bolivia has also been actively in promoting global governance reforms, including advocating for a more equitable distribution of power within international organizations. So here we can see that the causal relationship between Bolivia and the American region and the world is complex and multidirectional. Bolivia's vast natural resources have significant economic and political implications, both regionally and globally. Bolivia's role in promoting regional and global governance reform has the potential to benefit the region and the world as a whole. Overall, Bolivia's relationship with the American region and the world is characterized by a complex interplay of political, economic, and social factors. As the country continues to navigate its unique history and geography, its actions and policies are likely to have significant implications for the region and the world. I think that's it for the discussion today. I hope the explanation and discussion about the American region and all kind of the theories, hopefully it could help you furthermore for your education about the economic politics in America area. Thank you. My name is Samuel and see ya.